Hey church, it's Pastor Hassan, and here's what's coming up for the week. Tonight we're going to start things off with our Tuesday Bible study at 7 o'clock. So for those of you who are able to join tonight, we'll do that via Zoom, and we'll take time to think together about what we looked at on this past Sunday, this petition that Jesus teaches us as his disciples to pray, give us this day our daily bread. So you have an opportunity to explore that a little bit further and think through how that applies to our daily lives as believers. So that's going down tonight at 7 o'clock. And join us if you can. And then prayer meeting for this week is going to take place on Thursday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, a wonderful opportunity, as always, for us to gather together and pray. And on that note, it reminds me that I neglected to mention, I meant to mention this in person on Sunday, but I just want to say thank you so much to those who made it a point to come out on last week for our week of prayer. I think on average we had about 12 people every night from Monday to Friday, and so that's really encouraging for us to get together and pray. I know there's lots of people who are praying on their own and calling up one another and praying, but it was just encouraging for us to have groups of that size praying from Monday to Friday on last week. And you might think like 12 people, that's not that much, but that's for midweek or prayer meetings happening in the middle of the week. Like that's good for us. So I'm encouraged by that, and I pray that it will continue to keep growing. So, and particularly thank you to those who I know lots of people couldn't do every single night. There were some who were there pretty regularly, pretty well every night, and but even for those who made it a point to just come out for one night, huge. I really appreciate that. So there's that. All that as a lead up to, if you can, at 2 o'clock this afternoon, come pray with us and be blessed and encouraged by that. And then on Friday, we're going to have the Friday Devotional. So y'all know how this goes. Lord willing, on Sunday, we're going to continue to look at, we're already into the Lord's Prayer. We're going to continue thinking through that, looking at the next petition, the next request that Jesus instructs his disciples to pray. And so just ahead of that, as we think about what it means to pray for forgiveness, we're going to look at some portion of scripture that deals with that same idea, Lord willing, on Friday. So that's the Friday Devotional. I'll get that posted probably really early on Friday morning, and those of you who are able to can tune into that. And then we're into Sunday, February 20th, and we'll gather for our in-person gathering at 10:45 like normal. The live stream will be going down as well for those who can't make it. And I had mentioned last week Sunday that there would be no discussion group, or it was kind of up in the air, the plans we have for the discussion group. You can scratch that. We will meet 2 o'clock in the afternoon for the discussion group, and I'll be around. So that's going to happen 10:45 in the morning. And then at 2 o'clock, we'll have the discussion group, and we'll round out the day at 6:30 with our adult Sunday school. And so we got a couple more weeks yet before we recite together the verses that we've been learning from the book of Colossians. I'm going to give it a run. I'm going to see if I can do it from Colossians chapter 1, verse 15 and 16. But that's what we're working on. And it says about Jesus, he is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. For by him all things were created that are in heaven and that are on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were made through him and for him. I'm pretty sure that's it. You could check me on it. That's the New King James Version, but that's what we're working on. You could do it as well. So you got another couple weeks. Lord willing, we'll recite it together at the end of the month on the 27th of February. And just before I sign off, I want to give you a heads up. We got our missions conference coming up. Many of you maybe have been wondering, okay, what's going on with that? We normally have a missions conference in the middle of February. But what we did last year and what we will do this year as well is we're going to take the whole month of March to focus on missions. And so starting on Sunday, March 6th, that is when our missions conference will begin. And this year we're going to have, all of our speakers are from FEB International. So the Fellowship of Evangelical Baptist Churches in Canada is the fellowship of churches that we are a part of. And we're going to have brothers from FEB International, which is the missions arm of our fellowship. We're going to have brothers from FEB International come and speak to us every Sunday. And so I'll just give you a heads up, and I'll follow up with the full schedule of speakers. But just so you know, happening on March 6th, our brother Byron Che is going to be with us, and he's going to be speaking to us either from Matthew 28 or Luke chapter 10. So just to kind of prime the pump, you can read both of those passages if you'd like, and that'll give you some good preparation. But I'll get you more information. I'll have a full schedule coming this Sunday of all of our speakers for the missions conference. Our theme this year is beholding and proclaiming the risen King. And so we want to focus on that. It's going to be a nice lead into the Easter season, but just thinking about beholding Jesus and proclaiming him as the risen King as we are engaged in the work of missions. Not just praying and not just sending money, as important as those things are, but yes, we are actively going, and as we go, seeking to make disciples of Jesus. So that's it for the day. I hope y'all have a great rest of the day here on Tuesday and the rest of the week. If you need to get a hold of me, by all means do that. In the meantime, y'all take care and God bless.